place looks like it belongs to the Maiden of Greyford.
Good evening, Master Arthur. Ladies.
Good evening, Maynard.
Will you and these lovely ladies be staying the night?
We shall. Tell me, Maynard, is the family here?
Yes, sir. Your father is in his study. Your sister is entertaining some friends.
And mother?
Quenching her thirst in the powder room.
Figures.
Yes, quite. Oh, sir, your father wished to speak with you.
Maynard said you wanted to see me. Can't it wait?
What's your hurry?
And nothing in particular. I have company. Well, if there's nothing pressing...
I'm thinking back on what it took to build everything we have. The time. The sacrifices. You know, I didn't always make the right decisions. Not by this family. Certainly not by you.
What are you talking about?
Is all we see or seem but a dream within a dream?
Are we speaking in riddles now?
Let's just say that in search of a greater heaven, I found a lower hell.
Nice talking, Dad. Company calls.
There just wasn't enough time. It's all gone.
Hey, Arthur.
Hey, are you leaving?
I did not intend on staying the night.
Will I see you again?
Maybe. Get your rest. It was nice meeting you, Arthur.
What? What? No!
Check for anyone upstairs, and clear every room in the hall.
Having trouble sleeping?
Yes.
What plagues your mind?
Just something my father said. Has me thinking.
What was that?
Not sure.
Door's locked. Someone's in there. Get ready.
Hey! Stay back!
Arthur, can you hear me? Arthur, stay with me. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Arthur, there is something you need to know. This will come as a complete shock to you. There were rumors about your father circulating. Rumors so damning. Rumors you wouldn't believe.
Toussaint, please spit it out.
Your father, Adam, is not your father.
And what of my mother?
She bore you, no doubt, but by another man. Did you ever wonder how your father obtained so much wealth? Every month, while working at the Lion's main bank, I witnessed Adam receiving large sums of money by an anonymous source. Surely, the person who was depositing the funds would give some sort of hint. Alas, no emblem of family colors to identify him. Only the bank owner knew of these arrangements. Very peculiar, if you ask me. No name or transaction was ever recorded. It's as if a ghost directly deposited those funds into your father's account. To pull such strings, this person must have had tremendous power and influence. Of course, other bank members had their suspicions. Something shady was going on indeed, but to what extent? Who knows? So, how does this link back to your family? Well, besides shoddy banking practices, the money stopped coming in a couple of months prior to your family's, unforeseen circumstances. Adam, not happy with his funds drying up, visited the bank, screaming and causing a scene. The bank owner whisked Adam away into his office. Since I'm a curious soul, I decided to follow him. Most of the conversation was muffled, but Adam's volume would spike, making some comments become just clear enough. If Adam did not receive what was owed to him, he threatened to expose the truth to the rest of the world. He did not fear the consequences. Something strange was occurring. A few days prior to your family's murder, the bank decided to freeze Adam's account. It seemed odd. So, I decided to sneak into the bank owner's office, thinking that perhaps I could shed some light on this matter. I found a letter revealing that in a couple of days all will be fine, and this problem will no longer exist. The letter also instructed to freeze of all assets pertaining to you-know-who, as arrangements are underway. This was not just financial instructions to cease business, but a dreaded prediction. Well, at that time, I didn't know the meaning of what I'd read, but I knew nothing good could come of it.
Now, Arthur, while we are sheltered and presumably safe as promised, I owe you this explanation. Artorias, your family name, is not your own.
I know, but whose family name do I carry?
Do not fret. All will be revealed. But we must start at the beginning. Before you were ever a thought. Before the name Artorias had any value or weight. Your mother was a maid for the lady and master of the land, the Deverants. As these things tend to occur, your mother formed a relationship with Lord Deverant.
This doesn't prove a thing.
Here's where you're wrong. Adam Artorias was serving his time in the army, as cliché as that sounds. And what a surprise the heavens had in store for him. It didn't take long for Adam to put the pieces together. You see, Adam was a smart man. Maybe lacking in certain morals, but smart nonetheless. A future businessman in the making. He did what businessmen do. He made a deal. Seeking wealth for the devil's silence is a very dangerous game indeed. The man you once called father would expose the world of Lord Deverant and his misdeeds if his price was not met. Such a truth would be irreversibly damaging to the crown. From that night on, the Artorias name had status. And you, Arthur, carry the birthright to the throne. Little did Adam know, his days were numbered. As you are aware, under the cover of night, Lord Deverant decided to remedy his mistake. However, instead of merely branding you by the sword, you were agonizingly set alight. So you see, Arthur, you carry royal blood. Under the tenets of the greater heaven, it's a great sin to spill such blood. I'm not too familiar with their traditions or the specifics, but all I know is your death by fire was intentional. This method disavows the royal blood you carry and removes you from the equation. Arthur, you do not actually carry the Artorias name. You are a future king, a Deverant. Arthur, my past is fraught with tragedy. There are things you must know about me. You see, Arthur, Lady Deverant, the mother and queen of this land, is my sister. We share the same father, but by different mothers. My former husband, Richard, and I relished in the idea of having a child of our own. We tried and tried for many years to conceive, but alas, the heavens refused. One night, while attending a lavish masquerade party, Lord Deverant, the lord of the land, my sister's husband, had a little too much to drink. And to be honest, I too was guilty of this. We were enjoying each other's company. Humor and charm wrapped in a night of fun. Well, let's just say we got a little too close that night. And from that point on, my world changed forever. The heavens must have been laughing. 6 months went by. I was stricken with guilt. I had had to tell my husband, Richard, that the child I bear is not his. He responded with mixed emotions, but one stood out: anger. Despite my pleas, my husband decided to confront the Lord. He confronts Lord Deverant with the Queen by his side. I was frightened, overwhelmed, and at a loss for words. Lady Deverant, with serpent-piercing eyes, asked, "Is this true? Are you carrying a fatherless child?" "Yes," I replied, while foolishly staring at Lord Deverant. A hail of rainfire then poured from Lady Deverant's lips. She screamed, "Stop staring at my husband! You do not deserve to witness him or anyone, ever again!" Thus my sister renounced me. My husband left, and I ultimately lost my child. I should have known I was not destined to carry. You see, Arthur, I was desperate. Isius, the high priest of the greater heaven, visited me soon after my loss, promising the return of my dearest child. The one thing in my life that I could still have, that could piece me back together. "I must sacrifice my sight for the touch of a little one," he muttered. I should have known when Lady Deverant said I did not deserve to witness her husband or anyone ever again, that this was the prophecy she was going to manifest. It was part of her vengeful plan. Foolish as it was, I agreed to participate with the ritual. By the end, no warming touch from a little one. Just a deep, longing black is all I found.
Arthur, the martyr for the weak. Truly, the weak need saving, but not one born from the muck. How can followers of Lady Forebearer possibly abandon her for the sake of you? For one foolish enough to entrust in the blight of a blind, barren woman?
You venomous wench.
Oh, Arthur, I do admire you. You've become a legend to the common. But soon, this night will be just like any other night, and your legacy will be removed from the tongues of those who admire you. All this effort for nothing. Goodbye, Arthur. Arthur, your infatuation with the dark will be your demise. But do not fear, for I am merciful. A light for you to guide the way. For the place of inner thoughts requires illumination for all. And soon, this temple of worship will be open to the common. And, as you, Arthur, notably desire, will be her first martyred saint.
Please, Arthur. You have every right to seek revenge, but let my wife, your lady, the lady of these lands, let her live. I will take responsibility for all of this. Arthur, just one request. Let me gaze upon the sunrise for one last time. No. 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 Please. No!
And now, all that I feel has been passed on to you, Father.
With the final vestiges of the past put to rest, so too will our friend Francis Toussaint be honored and laid. Whether this journey was for revenge or justice, we, flesh and bone, mind and body, are here. And we are here together. Arthur now has a family. And perhaps that is all the closure he needs. Arthur, with what little mercy he wields, allows Gwyneth to live, but she must leave the city and live as a pariah for the rest of her days. With the grand church left without a caretaker, Arthur decides to make it his new home. I suppose a fair compromise, if you ask me. Hopefully, now, Arthur can rebuild his life, brick by brick. With the greater heaven and the kingdom in possible disarray, Arthur, stricken with uncontrollable anger, decides to hammer the final nail in the coffin. More revenge than justice, Arthur burns down the great church of the fall Gwyneth loved so dearly. I suspect there's no more mercy Arthur can give. He is forever changed. I just don't know into what.